coughing already. Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name's Tara. I make videos about digital planning and different ways that you can get creative with your iPad. So if that sounds like something that's of interest to you, feel free to hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, you know the drill, and then you'll never miss a video. So that all being said, let's go ahead and just jump right in. So today is the last day of my planner setup for March. If you don't know, I was in Hawaii before this, so I had a little bit of a delay in getting my stuff set up. Sorry about the coughing. I'm gonna try to keep it to a minimum, and I'm getting ready to leave tomorrow to go spend a few months over in Europe. So I just wanted to get this out there. So I've kind of been like rushing through, but also it's, you know, almost the end of the first week of March. And so it's time to get my stuff set up anyway. So that's what we're going to be doing. Today's focus is, don't cough. That's what today's focus is. It's on not coughing. But no, it's actually on doing my daily setup. So we're gonna set up today's planner. So I'm just gonna hop over. That's not the right screen. This one. There we go. Oh, I forgot I changed this one to a square. What do you guys think? Is it better? Because, like, I don't know, there's more of me in the frame. It was like this yesterday and the day before too. I just didn't realize. Anywho, the sticker pack we're going to be using today is the bonus sticker set. So that is the 4th color palette that I released this month because I was just obsessed with that. I'm lying. I am lying. We already used that one, didn't we? We used this one on the monthly setup. I need to go change that in the description. We are using set number 3. So in case you were wondering, in case you wanted to follow along, purchase on Etsy, whatever, this is set number 3, color palette number 3. So if you are on Patreon, you would have received this as a download. If you're a Blossom Bunch tier or higher, this was included. So I'm gonna take my bracelets off because they make too much noise. And we're going to figure out what we want to do. So this month I am starting a new job. It's more of a volunteer opportunity, but it does require me to have like standard hours that I'm going to be holding during that time. So hello, Erin, welcome. So happy to have you here. But yeah, so because of that, it's been a long time since I've had a job that like has held standard hours. So it'll be really interesting how I work that into my schedule and my productivity and just getting everything else done. But I think it might actually be kind of nice to have like a routine, because when you're a solo entrepreneur and you're a freelancer and an online teacher and you work like 1,000 jobs, then you just end up kind of having an insane schedule all the time. And so, yeah, I'm looking forward to having somewhat of like a standard schedule and then being able to use my evenings and my weekends how I would like. It's been like 6 years since I've done that, so it'll be interesting. But I think it'll be good. So I'm gonna, because I leave tomorrow, I'm going to try to set up my daily plan for the rest of the month in a way that's going to be productive. So it will be nice to do, oh no, I have to cough. It'll be nice to do, like, still do my time blocking. So I'm still going to keep that in there. Why don't I turn on my little laser pointer? Yeah, so I'm still going to keep the time blocking because I think that that will be helpful. I'm still going to keep this section. I kind of think since I will have a bit of a routine, I think I might still want to keep the personal, professional, and wellness section. Do I just want to keep all the sections this month? I haven't done that yet since I made this planner. Maybe I'll like customize them a little bit. If you're wondering what that is, that's my microphone. Just clipped down there. But yeah, I don't know. I haven't used them all yet. Like, I haven't just used the setup as is. And I do think I'm going to have more regular meals because I'll be having a more regular schedule. So I will have breakfast before work in the morning, probably, at least a fruit. I am like notorious for skipping meals. I am the worst. I'm lucky if I eat 2 meals in a day. I would also have popcorn as a meal instead of just like actually preparing a meal. I find that to be one of the most challenging things about being an adult is preparing my own food. And I've been an adult for many years, and I still have not mastered keeping myself fed. But I also just forget a lot of the times. And I have learned recently, not that recently, but in the last couple of years, since I had started wondering if I was ADHD, I had heard that this is a thing that a lot of ADHDers do. They skip meals or forget to have their meals. I forget all the time to eat. So it would just be another one of those symptoms on the list of things that track. Yeah, it tracks. But anyway, I think just given like the forced schedule that I'm going to be on, I will be likely to have breakfast and lunch, and dinner is like the one meal that I usually don't forget about because it's usually the one thing I can guarantee I'm going to eat in a day, because by the time dinner rolls around, even if I have forgotten to eat all day, I'm starving by dinner time. So anyway, the point of me saying all of this and babbling is that I think that I'll actually use the meal tracker this month. And I think I want to use this so that every day I can make sure that I'm doing something for myself, something for my art business, given the fact that I will be working like a full-time schedule, doing something not related to my art business. And then the wellness thing, well, honestly, when I travel, it sort of comes naturally. I just feel like the American lifestyle is so incredibly unhealthy. Like, it's just so bad. Being here, every single time I come back to the States, I gain between 15 and 30 pounds. And every time I leave, I lose between 15 and 30 pounds effortlessly without even trying. So I feel like there will just be wellness things built in, but I also do want to actively try to be better too, just because there'll be a lot of toxic things removed from my life and my mental health will be better. So I just think like all around, I'll be able to have more energy and motivation to do wellness stuff. So I love that, Erin. I also hate making decisions about food. My family is really bad about it too. Like, even when I do stuff with my brothers and my siblings and stuff, we are really bad at just picking what we want, and nobody wants to pick, and they don't want, like, if they do pick what they really want, then they don't want other people to be upset, so they just don't say anything, because we all have such different tastes. And so it's kind of a miserable time trying to have meals together because it just feels like so much work. I hope that your husband's helpful since you don't like to decide what's for dinner. You gotta have somebody make a decision, right? Like, I travel all the time with like indecisive people too, and I'm not saying that as a dig, because like I'm like that and I don't like to pick, but when we're traveling, it becomes like sometimes significantly more difficult, because it's just like you can't just go into your pantry and just have whatever food you happen to have on hand and just find something to get you through the night. It's like, no, what are we doing? We need to make a plan or we're both going to starve. Okay, so moving along, I am going to, I guess, start drawing some cute things. I don't really have like a big plan. I never do. I never come to these things with a plan. But I do just love these colors. So, I personally have been loving using the, I need to turn on images. I have been loving using the pencil tool for writing. So, some of you guys are not new to this because I was so stubborn for such a long time about switching over to GoodNote 6. But the writing experience with the pencil, I think it's so nice. Like, I don't know if everyone feels it. Do you feel it? I feel it. I feel like it's an entirely different writing experience. And I don't know. I just personally really like the pencil writing experience. I feel like it's so much nicer. Now I just sound like a broken record, but I really do like it. All right, so I think, lasso tool. Let's take this washi tape. Okay, yeah, we're gonna do this one. Do I want to Do I want to go for a layered look? I could. Maybe. We'll give it a try. So let's copy this one, come back. I might not have left myself enough room. Oh, but I could do like, I very rarely do this. This is cute and fun. We'll just tape this one here. And then we'll do one in the opposite corner. Oh wait, let's do this blue color then. Turquoise. Copy it. The hesitation every single time in trying to decide if I'm gonna copy or duplicate, because it just takes my brain too long to remember which one's which. Just like that. Aw, that's cute, right? Your husband's worse than you, Erin. Aw. Uh-oh, sorry if there's a little crackle there. There's a bag under my feet. I just unloaded a bunch of stuff from my car for the Hawaii trip because we needed to fit luggage in there. And I've got this empty grocery bag, reusable one. And it's sitting at my feet and it needs to go back out to my car before I leave for Italy. I'm going to try not to kick it though, because I feel like if you guys can hear that, it's probably really annoying. All right. Let's do... Okay. We're going to do our little rectangles. So we'll grab our pen and draw out our rectangles and just... Oh! Whoa! Why didn't it snap to a rectangle? Let's try that again. We'll go to the shape tool and tap on this. And then just drag it into place, doing the opposite corners. And then, do I have handwriting on? Yeah. Okay. Then we're just going to duplicate this. Fix those a little bit. And then let's duplicate both of these. Put them in place. We just need to go down just a tiny bit. Okay. And then with my precision eraser, just going to erase away by the names of my meals. I really do like the setup of this planner, but I still haven't, I feel like I'm not being as creative with it. Maybe I'm just putting too much pressure on myself because I make these videos, and so I feel like it has to be different or something every time. But realistically, honestly, if I wasn't making YouTube videos about planning, I probably would generally just find a setup that works for me. And this is because I'm lazy. I would find a setup that works for me. And then I would use that every single month and every single week and every single day. But then I would just swap out the themed part and the colors instead of spending time and energy, you know, coming up with something creative. And maybe sometimes I would want to. But, like, for me, the planning thing, like, I like the little creative outlet. But if I decide that, like, it's too much work, then I just don't end up doing it. Like, that's what happened to me with bullet journaling. And so, like, if I'm feeling up to it, then great. But if I have to do it, then it becomes a chore. And that's no good. So I probably would take the easy way out with my planner, and then I would put my creative energy somewhere else. Let's duplicate that again. We're just doing the same thing for these boxes. Part of me thinks it would have been fun to do like a thinner line here and then use those the succulents that look like mandalas that we used in our weekly plan yesterday and add them into like the corners. So just do like a corner crop and then stick them in here. And I still might do that, but I think that it would look nicer with a thinner border and not this really thick one. So I guess if I change my mind, it's not that much extra work to go back and do. So this is very random. I'm not an energy drinker, but I have recently started drinking these Alani News and also Bloom. If you're not familiar, I know I can get that at Target, but I don't really know anywhere else. But the Alani News I feel like are everywhere. And I have like a soda addiction for sure. Like I have the hardest time. I have an unhealthy attachment specifically to Coca-Cola. And if I don't drink Coca-Cola, then I'll just have like Mountain Dew or something. And that is also just terrible. So it's something I need to really cut from my life, but I find it quite challenging to do so. And I'm very sensitive to caffeine, which is why my preferred source of caffeine is a soda, because it has significantly less caffeine than like green tea, black tea, coffee. Like I cannot drink those. Energy drinks, it is way too much. So if I have an energy drink like this, it will literally make it last like 4 days because there's like 200 milligrams of caffeine in here. So like 50 milligrams a day is like a max for me. Otherwise I get really jittery, my anxiety flares up, and I am very uncomfortable. It's not a fun experience. And so I got myself one of these because I'm still jet lagged from Hawaii, and I usually am pretty good about combating jet lag anymore. Like I know how to handle it. I know how to adjust my sleep schedule. I know how to sleep on the plane. Like it's always usually pretty easy for me to handle. However, unfortunately, I didn't sleep at all on the plane. I just got distracted by movies and didn't have enough discipline and was like, oh no, but I really want to watch this movie. Despite the fact that I knew I was going to be on another 8-hour flight very soon. And so I stayed up. I only slept 30 minutes on my flight back from Hawaii. And as a result, I have been staying up till like 4 a.m., which is 11 p.m. Hawaii time, the last 2 nights. And now tomorrow I have to get on a plane and I have to go to a time zone that is 6 hours ahead. So it's going to be an overnight flight their time, but it'll be like midday flight over here. And I'm going to be so tired. So tired. It's going to suck. And I'm going to have to like force myself to sleep that whole night. And if I don't, then I'm going to be really jet lagged like that whole weekend. And I don't want to do that because I start my like volunteer opportunity on Monday. So I need to be alive, you know, not jet lagged. And so I got this energy drink and I might consume more than a quarter of it between now and the time that I go to the airport in order to try to stay awake until my flight so that I can then hopefully fall asleep and just like pass out for the whole plane ride because I'll be so exhausted if I don't sleep all night tonight. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. I have not had Celsius, but I have heard a lot of people like it. That's a response to Erin, in case anybody was wondering or rewatching this and being like, what is she babbling about? I haven't had it myself, though. Are the flavors good? Not that I need another energy drink option. It's a lot for me. Okay. Next thing I'm going to do is grab my elements and let's do the background. And just because of yesterday, was it yesterday? No, the day before. I'm going to crop this down just so that it has a nice crisp edge because when I did the monthly setup, it was kind of gross. It's a terrible word to describe it. By gross, I just mean you could see the pixely edge. And I want to crop that out, so that's what I did. Alright, so we're covering up these because we can add the cute little March title. And we can add the 6 for March 6th. So let's start with March. We're going to copy this and paste it. And I think what I might do is I'm going to come to my image tool, tap on this, and crop it. And I'm going to do what I did yesterday with the freehand. And we're just going to remove the flowers. If I want to add in other flowers or other elements, I can. But oh no, I glitched. I have to start over. I just don't want it to end up being a pain for me to like, once I add in the dates, then I have to add in more flowers to fill it all out. I don't want that obligation. Again, I'm lazy. This is the lazy girl's guide to digital planning. Now it looks kind of empty though. Okay, so we've got March, and then we need a 6. Copy and paste and just size it up. Oh, cute. Okay, I'm going to move it over just a little. Just so that when I do have a date that has like 2 numbers, then it'll be like over here. It'll be nice and centered. And here doesn't look too bad. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then we're going to duplicate. Oh, wait. No. I think for the small March, we can do it with the flowers. I think that'll be fine. So let's paste this over here. Very cute. I wish that in the chat I could sometimes just like give a comment a like sometimes. But yeah, I feel you on the whole getting jumpy. Like, and they're just too much for me. One time in college, so I worked at an amusement park. That was how I got my way through. I'm going to delete this. That's how I throughout... Oh, words. That's not how I paid for college. I didn't. I luckily had a scholarship, and that is irrelevant to the story I'm about to tell. But one of the jobs I worked to help get me through college and books and food and, other expenses, rent, blah, 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 I worked at an amusement park. And it was super fun. Worked on roller coasters. And why am I talking about this? Oh, because the person I was dating at the time, in order to, get through school and the job, would take little caffeine pills. I don't know how much caffeine's in there anymore. But there was a time that I really needed some caffeine to get through my, next day at school. And he was like, here, I usually take 2 of these. And I was like, I can't do that. There's no way. Absolutely not. That feels dangerous. So I had a half of one. And I had it early in the morning. And I knew I needed to be up until 10 p.m. for some events on campus that I was helping to run. And so by 10 p.m., my heart was still pounding. I don't know. I felt like I was going to have a heart attack. I could still feel my heart in my chest and in my ears, even after 14 hours and me only taking a half of a dose. Caffeine is scary. Some people drink a pot of coffee a day, and I don't know how they do it. I guess you just build up a tolerance, right? I cannot consume that much. It does not work for my body. Sorry, I felt like that needed a little bit more space between the line and the S. Okay. Let's do... I don't know. Okay. I feel like this is going to be kind of obnoxious because the way that I did this. But here we are. I think this is probably the easiest method. So I'm going to take these. I'm going to kind of place them. So I think I'll do these by color. Was it caffeine pills on Saved by the Bell? Oh, it's been so long. Oh, I don't wanna rotate any of these because then it's gonna make them harder to crop into a perfect corner. But I remember that episode you're talking about. I didn't remember what it was that she took, but you're probably right. It probably was caffeine pills. I feel like that would track pretty well. Okay, these ones, it's just not going to work. Let's do the small guy. I think that'll be better. I'm going to end up cropping all of these in case I didn't verbalize that. All right. Oh no. Did I somehow undo? Or did I just skip it? Anybody know? I may have just skipped it. I may have just checked it off in my brain like I did it and then realized obviously I didn't. Okay, so what we're going to do is tap on each of these and crop them. And we're going to come to our rectangle crop and just crop it down to a corner. And then size them to fit. Oh, I just got a review on Etsy. Wonder what it says. Okay. Oh, I forgot that I was like trying to do music with these. Womp womp. I could turn it on now. I feel like I didn't fully figure it out. I feel like it was just annoying. I couldn't get the right levels. I will sort it someday. Okay, so this one, I think I just decided I'm going to crop it more. Oh, yeah. Wait. But then I need to crop in like an edge here. Erin, your stuff is so cute. I don't know why you would be nervous if you got an Etsy review notification. When I first started selling on Etsy, I was usually pretty nervous, but not to toot my own horn or anything, but the only like bad reviews I've ever gotten were either people who just couldn't figure out how to like open up the document or something, and then I reach out and I'm like, "Hi, how can I help you? Let me help you get access to this document." Or like, no, I mean, I really think that's it. Or things that I'm like, are you even like a real person? Is this like a bot? Like things that just don't make any sense. And I can count the number of times that that's happened on, one hand. I think it's been like 2 or 3 times. But like, I don't know, in anything, there will be people who, I don't know, aren't super kind. People who, I don't know, just are trying to get a refund or something. But I feel like luckily I haven't dealt with too many people like that on Etsy. But I also don't do physical products. So I do feel like with physical products you might, I don't know, possibly run into more issues, especially if you're shipping things, if something gets damaged or, I don't know, something like that. You know what I mean? But your stuff is great. I can't imagine somebody getting it and not being happy with it. Jessica! Hi! You're welcome to troll in a positive way. Happy to have you here. I haven't been scheduling these out, even though I've known for a few days that this is the time I was going to do my live streams. And that was a mistake because I have significantly less people showing up to this week's live streams compared to previous months, I should say. The last 2 months, like January. Did I do live streams in January? I definitely did February. I don't remember. Either way. I do feel like I don't know what I was going to say. Oh yeah, I do feel like I should have scheduled these out. Because now it's just kind of like a little surprise, I'm here. And that's not super great. But I'm happy to have you here, Jessica. Thanks for saying hi. So right now I'm just cropping these into little corners so that I can put them here. Or that one I just like cropped the top off of. That's kind of nice. And then I'm going to change the colors to match. But in order to make that easier, so like let me remove these guys. I don't need these backgrounds anymore. And I'm just gonna grab, I don't know, one of these stickers that has all the colors. Do I have one? Oh yeah, let's do, hello. I know you can't see this, but I'm trying to lasso and it's not doing anything. There we go. So we're just gonna copy this one. Copy and paste. Because I did not set my hex codes up because I am lazy. As I've said so many times. So we're just going to select these. And actually, again, let's be lazy. Let's select both that are the same color. Change the color. Custom eyedropper tool. And then select the blue. Let's take the little red ones or brown, copper, whatever color you want to call it. And then the next one's the sandy color. Oh, it's pretty. I feel weird when I acknowledge things that I make and I'm like, oh, that's pretty. What a cute idea. Okay. I do think that's nice. It's a nice touch. Okay, let's throw that away. Oh, stop coughing, Tara. Let's make this one the copper color. Beautiful. Oh! When did I... Oh... I think I know when I did it. You may have seen this. Some of you may have caught this. Hi, May! Did I draw what? The mandalas? They're part of the sticker pack. Yes, I did draw them, but not right now. Not on this video. I actually drew these in Procreate and then I just vectorized them because it was easier to do that than to draw them in Affinity Designer. So Procreate has like a radial symmetry. So I just drew, you know, like a quarter of the shape or a sixth of the shape and it did it all the way around. I think it was a quarter. Yeah, it was divided into quarters. Yeah, and then I took it into Adobe Capture, which is free, and I just vectorized it. So it was a black and white image, vectorized it, and then I imported it into Affinity Designer and I changed the colors. That's all. I can do a short on it if you want to see the process. I probably should have, maybe I will, excuse me, for consistency purposes. Let's drag this over here. And this is one of my biggest pet peeves. This keeps happening. I feel like in GoodNotes 5, if you were in the image tool, you were able to like tap off, but you can't do that. You have to just switch tools. That drives me crazy. We're going to duplicate this one and we're going to crop it. And put it in here. And I think we're actually going to crop it more this way, so it's a little shorter. Yay! Okay. Pretty. So I started babbling, rambling, talking, whatever, and I said I got distracted because that's what I do. But I deleted this. That's what I was talking about when I didn't finish my thought a couple minutes ago. So. Oh, so May's saying it wasn't like that with GoodNotes 6 before either. So it wasn't just like a GoodNotes 5 to GoodNotes 6 switch. It was just a recent update. Yeah, I don't like it. It's very annoying. Yes, mine are see-through. These are, so over here, I mentioned this in the sticker release video, so if you didn't see that, that might not make a whole lot of sense. What I shared during that video, wow. What I shared during that video is that I made these as 2 separate stickers. So you can either lasso and take them together if you like the layered look, or you can do them separately if you just want the outline. So the outline then is see-through underneath. I try to think ahead for like ways. Oh my gosh. I'm getting so frustrated with this photo, the image tool. Stop. Okay. Obviously I need to change this color, but I don't know what color to change it to. I think maybe the dark color? There we go. Beautiful. Ooh, May's been in the mountains. I'm about to go to some mountains. I'm excited. I need to watch some of your videos. With me being in Hawaii with my family, I haven't watched anything. I feel like and also I haven't posted my own stuff, so I just feel so disconnected from like my whole online community. And I don't know, like May, I was just thinking about this yesterday. Like I haven't talked to you in weeks. I'm like, this feels like too long. Okay, what do I want to do now? I need something to go over the date, but I don't think it's gonna be one of these. I might just use the highlighter tool or like draw a circle. So I know it's not very exciting at all. Let's do a smaller size. Snap. Move this to the 6th. Change the color. And let's try that again. Change the color. Custom eyedropper tool. We'll do that green. What do I want to do now? It's so boring. I mean, it's cute, but like I feel like I need something else. I know that I'm gonna do what I usually do, where like I add in the blocks for my time blocking. And this is boring. This needs to be pretty. I gotta do something over here. But I also just need to add in some of the stickers. You know, like there's not a lot of space for the stickers when I use the whole layout. Like I did decide this time I was gonna use everything that's on here, which does make it harder to use the cute stickers because there's just no room. So what am I gonna do? Hmm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. I don't feel like I've used these stickers enough this month. I'm like a little sad. All right. Do you know what we're going to do is copy these, and I'm just going to figure it out. What? No. Was that my fault? Copy. Paste. That's better. I just want to start hanging things. Like, I gotta hang that one from the top. Or I could hang it from, like, oops. I could hang it from, like, one of the banners. One of these lines. Somewhere, anywhere. I could hang it in here. Hang it from the tape. That's kind of cute. I'll just brain dump around it. Just trying to balance my colors. That'll work. Oh, that's a nice idea, May. So for the to-do list, instead of just having the dots, change it to a sticker, and then you can just highlight the bullets when they're complete instead of, like, because usually what I do is I try to come up with a way to, like, color them in. So if I am going to switch it out, I would switch it out with, like, the flowers or something, and then I could fill in the flowers, which is what I did for the monthly setup. But yeah, I could do it like your approach where you highlight instead. That could work. I might do that. I'll have to figure out what sticker I want to add on to it. It might still be the flowers. Okay. I think I can put this little guy here. To-do list. Ah! Stop. Let's move this over. If I can still fit the dates in. Let me tap off. It's so frustrating. Ah. Oh my gosh. I like this one, and I haven't even, like, used it. Let me put it right here. I know. I really do wish that I had more room to use these. That is the downside of this planner. I've said it. I'll say it again. I don't think that's going to work there on the edge. I just think it's too close. Can I fit 2 here? Is that annoying? Is that crazy? Probably. Is it too much? It's kind of okay. I would move it over if it was just the 6, but I gotta make sure I have room for the other dates that get added. Stop it. Okay, mostly I just feel like I'm kind of placing these wherever I can make them fit. Okay, and I think all I'm gonna do now, well, I might have 2 or 3 ideas. So, I think like how yesterday, was it yesterday? No, on the monthly, we took the flowers and just kind of like filled in some of the space. I think what I'm gonna do this time is use the X's. Or, hear me out. I like May's idea of doing the stickers and highlighting them, but also, because we have the little X's, the little pricks this month, what if I just put 4 over here and we just, like, instead of crossing them off with my pen, I could just cross them off with the little cross sticker. I feel like that could work too. I mean, yeah, it could work. It's not going to look as exciting right now, but it would look cute when it's being used. Do you know what I mean? Okay, I'm going to think on that for a while, but I have to do this part where I copy these and bring them over. And then crop each of them into a rectangle. Crop. I feel like some of this stuff gets repetitive, so I appreciate that you guys just come and hang out with me. I really do appreciate you guys. I hope you know that. Okay, so now I don't have to do my fun little hack anymore, because if you just lasso and then tap and resize, you can line up the corner and then size it that way. However, I am going to have to adjust the width, but it's a lot easier, the height. It's a lot easier to adjust the height than the other side. And I'm actually going to do it down here where I don't have that line interfering. So now I can move that up. Oops. Move it over. Do the same. Oops, lasso tool. Resize. So we're just going to put this in the corner and drag it over. And then with the image tool, we'll just shrink the height, put it back, and we'll do that 2 more times. I do agree, May. I feel like when I design, like, I do like the way that I designed the planner, but I designed it just with the planner in mind and not my stickers in mind, because, yeah, sure, would I love it if everybody who bought my planner also bought all my stickers? Of course. But, like, also I think there are going to be plenty of people who buy a planner and just want the planner, and they're not doing all the cute sticker stuff. So I wanted it to be versatile and practical, very useful, you know. So I want the planner to work without the stickers. And so I do really like the planner as is, but I need the color, I need the creativity, I need the changes. Otherwise, I get bored and then I won't keep up with it. But unfortunately, having it so full and useful, I tend to just run out of room to put the cute stuff. Well, let's just do duplicate. I find it's easiest to just prepare myself with 8 of these. And I know I've said this before, but usually what I do is I keep my time blocks there, and then I'll come in and I'll write things down. And so now the writing is on top since the stickers were already pasted, and I don't have to worry about relayering anything, which is easier now in GoodNotes 6 than it was in GoodNotes 5, obviously. But nonetheless, all I have to do is just, grab my image tool. That's the sticky note, which I'm still not used to being there. And then just, fill it that way. And then the text is just automatically on top. So that's why I do it this way. That's why I set up my blocks in advance, because it just makes things easier for me as I'm filling in my blocks for the day. I usually don't use more than 8. And if I were, it would be like, because I'm batching some, like I was just over scheduling some of these, like not over scheduling, but like I was listing out everything that I was doing instead of like batching things together. So if I am more than 8, like that to me feels like I'm doing too much and I need to start chunking some of my stuff together. I'm like, okay, these 2 hours are like an art window. Just because I did my website and I did my shop and I did Etsy listings or something, like I can group that together as one type of workflow thing. You know what I mean? I'm just reading May's messages. Wait, also Erin's message just came in. Hold on. What? You took the sticky note off the top toolbar? You can do that? What? Okay. I'm sure it's a simple just setting. Now I need to go into my settings and figure that out. You can remove it? I love this. This is great news. Excellent news. Thank you. This is why we do the live streams. So we can share useful information. Also, May, I appreciate you. And I love what you're doing with having multiple planners and stuff. I think that's great. And I appreciate you using my stickers and my planner at all. So thank you. Thank you. Okay. So I just want to fill a little bit here. May, you don't like the pencil? I love the pencil. I was just saying that at the beginning of the video, but you weren't here yet. I love the pencil. That's all I've been using. I've stopped using the pen almost entirely. Unless I'm doing like brush lettering or something more pretty. But I really like the way that the pencil writes. Okay, wait, what did I say I was gonna do? Toolbar customization. Do we need to do it together? It'll be in this video for anybody else who wants to know. Click on toolbar customization. Am I supposed to see it somewhere? Document editing? Toolbar customization? You can remove anything you want! Erin! Yes! Oh my gosh! Heck yes! I don't really like the washi tape, but I'm going to leave it because I was going to do a tutorial on that at some point, and then I'll remove it. Oh my gosh, this makes me so happy. Wow. Wow. Yeah. Same reaction, May. Wow. Wow. This is so great. Thank you. I'm so happy. That's wonderful. Oh, I didn't use any of the cute little like sayings here. Ah, there's not enough room. Okay. What am I doing? Copying these? Come on, brain. I could do the little flowers. Should I just do the flowers? Yes. Ah. I love this. See, communities are the best. Let's all help each other. Such great news. All right, how am I going to do this? They don't like... It doesn't cover very well. What am I thinking? So the other option is that I just use these little pricks. To cross them off. What if I size this down? No. Alright, let's just undo. Alright. Why don't we... For my top priorities, they don't need numbers. Oh wait, let's do... Yeah, we'll just kind of do a cute little spot here with flowers, a little chain. Cover up those numbers. Oh, yeah, that would work. So instead of like covering the, so May's saying instead of covering the circles with the flower and trying to get it just right, that instead you could color them, cover it with a background element, and then you would just add the shape, whatever shape you wanted to use, back in. So let me think. I could do that. Do I want to do the flowers though, or do I want to like put a bunch of little cacti there and then just highlight them as they get, you know, completed? Or do I want to put little succulents there? Decisions. Oh wait, that's not what I meant to do. I meant to delete that and delete this one. Okay, I think I am gonna put these X's around while I sit and think a little. And I probably should have duplicated these first. Okay, so now let's duplicate these as a group. And duplicate these again. And I think that's probably enough. Yeah, it's funny. So, May, I'm reading your messages, and that's what I did for the monthly setup. That's exactly what I did for the monthly setup. I took a background element, I covered up the 1, 2, and 3 for the priorities, and then I put in the numbers to keep it on theme, you know? So I literally did exactly what you just recommended. So I think we've done this a few times. I feel like great minds think alike. We just end up on the same sort of planning vibe. And so I think that's why I'm like not doing it right now, because I'm like, you know, trying to do something different than what I did in my other video. Oh, why do I feel like I got one of these like sandy color ones everywhere? I actually have like kind of fallen in love with these little X's. I love, like, I did them for the, what am I talking about? The backgrounds, the wallpaper backgrounds for my phone and the desktop and the iPad. And I really like I just think it's cute. I like the patterns together. All right, I got some comments to catch up on. Yes, yeah. I was thinking about the mandalas as well. I just wanted to make sure it wasn't too much mandala, because I obviously did plenty of them. But yeah, let's go ahead and do that background element. And again, just because I have no idea why this one is being annoying, I'm going to make a new one and hope that it is better. So I'm cropping out those edges and putting this new one on my go-to folder. Making sure it's straight. All right, and then flowers, mandalas, cacti. I guess we'll go with the mandalas. And this time I'll use the background because I haven't done that yet. I use the flowers in the monthly. Do I just want to use... Ugh. Do you know what the problem is, though? Unless I make them small enough. To fit in here, then they... I really need to finish my thoughts when I'm talking instead of getting distracted by my own thoughts and moving on without... Okay, so I think this might work. I didn't want their, like, peaks to be touching, if that makes sense. All right, so just kind of lining those up. And then I'm just going to duplicate these. Oh. Let's just grab the edge here and duplicate these. Because I grabbed that background element, which I didn't want. Duplicate these again. Just need 3 more. It's very pretty. I could have used a variety, I just didn't feel like sizing all of them. So I think this is fine. But I might grab all of these and just move them over a little. Oh no! I grabbed the background element, so we're just gonna grab these edges here. And I miss one, of course. I keep grabbing the background element. I'm just gonna zoom in a little bit more to resolve that issue. And yes, I do see that I grabbed the plant that was up there. I will fix it. Alright, we're gonna do it like this. And then I'll move this guy over here. This one over here. Am I happy? I think so. Thank you all for your ideas, both Erin and May. I appreciate your contributions. I think this is very cute. I like it. All right. Awesome sauce. Oh my gosh, this went on too long. It was more than an hour. Why did it take me so long? Did I just talk too much? Was I too indecisive? What's new? This is just me. Okay, so this is my daily setup. And, oh, most important part is to make sure I got everything. I don't need text boxes, so as long as handwriting and images are selected, let's select this. Hey! And then we're going to add it as an element in our go-to folder. And then we'll just hop on over. Ah! I forgot I didn't select it. That was silly. And then we'll just put these in place. I like to use the time blocks as a nice guide, or also like the circle around the date. And that usually gets it pretty accurately. And then I'm just gonna tap on my lasso tool, change this to a 7, delete this, and then add in a 7. Copy, paste, and then just size it to fit. Yay! I always forget about that. I recently started using the rectangle lasso tool, May. And I forget how did I do it? How did I? Oh, it's over here. I was like, I knew how to do this. Yeah, that is a great tip. So anybody who's watching this later, May's tip is to use the rectangle lasso tool instead of drawing all around it. This is a much easier way to grab that and then, I can't read and also speak at the same time. To grab it and save it as an element, so much easier than like drawing freehand. So, yeah. we go. Cool. I love, so May, you commented to the right. There's a little bit of a delay between my live stream and the comments that come in. So usually like that comment came in like a whole minute basically after I had already like found it. I do appreciate you though. But I just want you to know. I've tried so many times to like turn off the lag, and yet it still is happening. So I don't know. There's a hidden setting somewhere that I can't seem to turn off. But I still appreciate you. But yeah, if it seems like I'm not listening and I'm just like trying to find the thing and not taking your advice, it's because the comment hasn't come through yet. All right, so I think that's it. I'm happy. It's cute. I can't wait to use it. I love these colors. This is my favorite color palette of all of them. It's very, very cute. All right. I guess I'm going to go now. The next time that I make a video or do a live stream or anything like that, I will be no longer in the United States. I won't be here. I'm going to be gone. So it'll be interesting and fun, but I'm excited. So looking forward to it. I'll do my best to see if I can do some more live streams. I know I've said this in the last 2 live streams, but in case you missed them, I don't know what my internet situation is going to be like. I don't know what live streaming time I'll have. I am going to be 6 hours ahead of my current time zone, which is Eastern time, or like same as New York. So 6 hours ahead of that. I don't know how that's going to work out with scheduling, but that's where I'll be. That's what I'll be doing. And I'm going to try, if circumstances allow, to do live streaming. Worst case scenario, I won't be doing any live streams and I'll just go back to doing my video editing and uploading. So I'm not going to not post, I guess, is the moral of the story. I will still be sharing, but I just don't know if I'll be able to do any live streams. So, that all being said, thank you, Erin. I appreciate it. And thank you. I mean, thank you in general. That was a thank you to the safe travels comment, but thank you to everyone for watching, contributing. I appreciate the comments, the participation. It's so much fun. And if you use these stickers, please be sure to share them with me, post on Instagram or your own YouTube or your own TikTok or whatever, you use. Or you can send me a picture on Patreon. You can reach out to me via email. You can just message me on Instagram. Or what else? Oh, if you happen to purchase these on Etsy and you're using them, feel free to leave a review with a picture, because people love picture reviews, and I especially love picture reviews. So keep that in mind. Anyway, I love to see what you guys create, so please do share. All right, that's it. I'm going to go. Thank you guys so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.